Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again. Here we are, Northeastern Esports broadcast, bringing you some last minute, I will say, some very spontaneous Rocket League action as we are seeing the Northeastern Varsity Huskies take on Davenport University in this NACE matchup for a chance, or sorry, to qualify for the last chance qualifiers, a spot in the NACE tournament. So very, very, very sudden coming in here in this matchup, but we're hoping to see a good one and a very close one, an entertaining one. Nico, any opening thoughts you'd like to present to us?
Yes, yeah, not really much warning with this is because the whole thing got announced like a day ago ish,
Yeah.
so we didn't really have much time to prepare. But we're here and we're ready. It's gonna be a best of 7 against Davenport University. Um, yeah, that's pretty much the opening thoughts that I have.
All right. Well, thankfully, seeing here, we're looking at a dominating entrance from
Yes.
Northeastern. A quick opening goal from Shot Guy. And hopefully, an indication of what's to come in this series. An interesting display of defense from Davenport there.
Yeah, the double commit comes in, and then we see the classic shot guy shot where he shoots it off the post just because he loves it so much, and then
He just
Kareem's
loves,
into the ball
he
for the
loves to
goal.
make his life a whole lot harder. You know, he just wants to be creative and fun. And here it comes high flying again, but a miss on the ball means Davenport can go the other way. Stopped by Frazier.
Double commit coming out from Northeastern. Shotgun yellow. They do still end up with possession, and big demo from Shotgun.
Demo's
Frazier comes in for the
huge.
shot.
That's top left corner. Northeastern doubles their lead in game one very, very quickly. Less than 2 minutes played and 2-0. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, very, very, very good introduction to the series for Northeastern.
Yeah, you love to see it. I mean, we've had some not great starts to series before, but so far it's looking like they came ready to play.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially with how last minute it was. I doubt they want to have all this confusion and complication just to walk away empty-handed. I mean, we can see the absolute immaculate aggression coming from Shot Guy. He really wants to. He really has something against Davenport today. It seems like.
Frazier coming in was a little bit too far forward to deal with that ball, so kind of gives Davenport possession. They boom it right back though, and here comes Shot Guy, goes for the 50, beats him, and now Frazier's up for the shot.
Oh
Can't get it
man,
to go, but it's a good pass.
that speed
Fake
is
from Shot
beautiful.
Guy. And a slow shot from Yellow. They might not be able to get back. No, Shot Guy gets back.
Well, that shot by Yellow was not really meant to be anything dangerous. I think he wanted to buy his team some time, let the ball bounce in front of Davenport as they were just waiting to crane that ball away. The shot attempt is futile thanks to Shot Guy's attempt at the save. And sent the other way. It goes Northeastern. Frazier
Nice
beats
double
one.
from Frazier.
It's a good display of defense from Omen. Apologies.
Nice pass. Liking the aggression so far from Northeastern. Really putting it on Davenport and going for these infield and off the backboard passes right in Davenport's half, making them really struggle on the defensive end. And now Frazier goes for the demo. Sorry.
I mean, we saw another attempt from Davenport removed fairly quickly. That net is wide open, but no one can get there quick enough. Zero boost. Yellow finding his way back. Shot Guy alone on defense, but that doesn't worry him. Recovering on the backboard is Northeastern. A double commit there means Davenport send that back into the corner. The shot comes off the crossbar.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry, go ahead.
we see Shot Guy put in those positions a lot with the aggression of Frazier and Yellow, putting those 1v1, 1v2 situations, and a large percent of the time, even though he doesn't really play 1v. Oh, nice aerial, nice air dribble bump from
the
Omen.
physicality. He wanted to. It looked like Northeastern were just not letting anything through. So this time, Omen wanted to force his way in. That bump on Shot Guy allows the ball to just simply float into the net. As we approach the 1 minute mark of this game, Northeastern sitting on a shaky lead, 2-1.
Yeah, as I was saying, he has a great percentage of saves in those scenarios, even though he doesn't play 1v1. But he can't save the ball if he's just getting bodied out of net.
Hey, if he's not in front of the ball, who can save it? Could that be a save? That's off the crossbar. And Shane equalizes with, once again, a quick response from Davenport. Well, sorry, the first one wasn't very quick. This one coming in quicker than they even expected. Approaching a minute now. 2-2.
Yeah, it was approaching a minute, and it's still approaching a minute. That was a quick goal.
I didn't want to repeat myself, but
Well,
I wanted to emphasize the speed at which Davenport just equalized.
yeah, I mean, it says it says something about how quickly they were able to erase a 2-goal lead.
Oh, yeah. And they could make it 3 here. Yellow stays concentrated, gets in the way of the pass, but Byron's finding the nets and beats a Northeastern defender to give Davenport the first lead of the series.
And Shot Guy pushes up a little too far. Frazier trusting him, goes for boost, but maybe the better decision would be to stay in net. I mean, with the low boost, it's always a difficult decision. Boost over ball, it plagues the gameplay of every Rocket League player, no matter how high the level.
Most definitely. I mean, sitting at no boost with the ball just flying towards your net, I mean, you have to make a split decision quickly, and unfortunately, it wasn't the right one this time. That's another shot coming in, just off the crossbar, but the play, once again, Yellow off the crossbar. The save is good. That's a double save that could come the other way with this counterattack. In a 1v2 situation, they recollect, and that attack is expunged. The ball's
that was looking dangerous for Northeastern there, but Yellow able to float and stay with that ball. Nice play from Omen. Almost gets the flip reset double, but now he's stuck in there Northeastern's half, and it's going to be a 1v1. Byra, huge challenge.
That could be bad. Coming off the wall, the clock has hit 0. Northeastern don't want this to touch the ground. Shot Guy keeps it alive.
Frazier going for bump in net.
Unfortunate for Shot Guy, who just let that bounce. I guess he didn't expect, I don't know, I guess he didn't expect the touch there, and unfortunately was unable to keep this one alive. Northeastern falling just slightly short of their lead from game 1. And now we see Davenport take the lead in this series, surprisingly.
Well, yeah. I mean, the way the game started, you definitely were not expecting to see that. So Davenport goes up 1-0 in the series after being down 2-0 in the first game. We'll see how Northeastern can come back from that, if they can use the mental strength afforded by our wonderful coach, Flow State GG.
Always got to advertise for him, but only the next 5 minutes of Rocket League will tell what sort of advice he's given them. And it might not have been good enough. Shot Guy spares Flow State's blushes. It disallows the early lead, but there's only so many times you could do that. Davenport coming back with a even quicker response, taking Frazier out the way, leaving Yellow hopeless on the goal line as Omen slots that in comfortably. 1-0 to Davenport.
Yeah, and it seems like whoever has the patience and the possession, the ability and possession to stay with the ball and not boom it away to the other team. Big bump coming in on Yellow. But like I was saying, whoever can hold that possession is dominating the pitch right now, when it was Northeastern at the start, and now Davenport able to flip the switch, and control the ball better, and they've been dominating since then.
Well, yeah, switch the Flow State GG, if you will. Davenport not looking phased by Northeastern's attempts at breaking through the midfield. Continuously blocking, and that dem off of Frazier means no one can follow this one up.
Now we got Yellow with a free ball, though. Let's see what he does with it. Goes for an air dribble. I don't know about that decision.
Midfield battle. Unfortunately, sorry. Forgive me for interrupting.
You're forgiven, Jeff.
Thank you. I mean, regardless, we're just seeing a ping pong type of game.
Ooh!
With Yellow, making sure that bounces twice off the board, if you know what I'm saying. Equalizes for Northeastern as we approach. With a little under 2 minutes played, Northeastern finally getting the goal they need to at least be in some safer spirits.
Yeah, no, I surprising backflip coming out from Omen, as he's been playing so well so far. For Davenport, as he tries to go for a double, Frazier blocks it. Now Shot Guy with a free ball, goes for an air dribble again. I don't know. Ooh, nice fake though. I don't know how much I like how much they're trying to go for those aerial plays, and rather than control the ball, get a flick over one maybe.
I mean, yeah, we've been seeing some great, well, of course, as soon as I'm saying that, it gets disproven, but some great aerial prowess coming up in Davenport. Unfortunate, Frazier's going to have to take a deep breath and move on from that one. You hate to see those.
Had the opportunity for the redirect, but just couldn't get that angle. It is a tough angle to get, though.
Most definitely. However, Davenport have been showing just some great aerial strength and just blocking and getting in the way as we see there. And
Yeah.
Northeastern just forcing their hand and playing into that aerial strength, and they can't get through in that sense. So hoping to see a change in maybe some more ground plays from Northeastern, some passing or just some general 1v1 and flicking plays as we approach halftime here.
Yeah, they seem to be kind of getting dominated in the aerial plays, but once they are controlling the ball and staying on the ground, like I said, as I say that, Shot Guy gets beat. No, Frazier almost gets beat. But I'm also seeing a lot of times where the ball's just kind of floating around in midfield. Like, a bunch of people go for the ball, and then it's just floating, and whoever gets there first could have a massive advantage.
Most definitely. Oh, that shot coming in. Ooh.
Tight angle.
That's the goal for Northeastern, to give them the lead this game. That's a beautiful return shot from Shot Guy. Looks like none of the Davenport defenders were even expecting that to come in. With 2 minutes left to play, can Northeastern extend this lead, or can they drop it like they did the first one?
Well, I'd hope not, for sure.
Definitely
Shane, nice dunk. Does not go on the net. And Omen can't get the angle. Frazier, nice flick. Does go again, but
defense is recovering. The net could be wide open. My goodness.
Maybe a bit of luck for Northeastern on that one.
We'd love to sit here and say that was planned. I'm sorry.
As Yellow takes a kind of a weak shot on net, but it comes careening off Frazier to ball the defender.
I mean, as we love to say here, just to improve the mental, it all goes according to plan. And with Northeastern definitely going to be repeating that in their heads as they've extended their lead to 2 now and hoping to continue to shift the momentum towards their side. That demo against Byra. And the trade. It's looking like it's still equally matched here against Davenport, but we still have a little over a minute of Rocket League left to play. And you know how spontaneous these games are, Nico.
Yeah, if we learned anything from the first game is that Davenport can put them on in quick succession.
For sure.
We got Shot Guy on the ball. Gives it to Omen. Omen with a not great clear, but Frazier cutting off Yellow there, who seemed to have the better play on the ball. And I've also been seeing a lot of double commits coming in for Northeastern. Hopefully they can get those jitters out of their system in the first couple matches. And as I say that, there's one from Davenport as well.
I mean, yeah, this game was looking to return to that ping pong style. But that one play coming off from Omen, beating Frazier. Well, the 50 off of Frazier, having it bounce off the wall, opens the net wide open for Byra, who just has to comfortably slot that in. As Davenport have Northeastern's lead with 43 seconds left to play in game 2.
A beautiful pre-flip from Byra. Just Frazier not expecting Byra to be able to 50 that, and causes the 50 to go not how Frazier would have liked it, and giving Davenport an open net.
Well, I'd like to talk to you, Nico, about the stakes about this game, what it means for Northeastern. It's a beautiful 50 in front of the net there. But, you know, we jumped in, we explained that this was a NACE match for the last chance qualifiers for CRL, if I'm referring to that correctly.
Yeah, no. So, there's 2 spots that NACE has reserved for the last chance qualifiers.
Yeah.
And they ended up having a 7-team tiebreaker. And so this is one of the matches that could put us closer to being able to qualify or qualifying. Not exactly sure how that'll play out. But if we do win this, I mean, it's on. Like like our chances to, I mean, the last chance qualifier, if you don't know, is for the teams to have a last chance to make the world championship for CRL, which would be a massive accomplishment. And
Yeah.
it's a LAN in Austin, Texas, so that there's that as well. So it's I mean, the stakes are massive right now.
Oh yeah, that is huge. I mean, looking to get that win game 2, equalizing the series score here. Phew. After hearing all that, Nico, I can't imagine how these players are feeling, and you're also in the lobby.
What? I clicked spectate, and it was in spectate cam.
It looks
Like
like
I would.
Nico wanted to jump the gun, being, of course, the substitute for Varsity.
That was so weird.
He wanted to at least
Did,
get playing credit for at least one game, I guess.
did you see that on my stream? How it looked for me?
No,
It.
no. I
Oh
just
my
saw
goodness.
in the corner that you were in the game. Anyway, as we go into game 3, no early goals so far. I'd say from Omen, just
That's so
furthering that
strange.
trend.
Anyway, hiccup aside, Omen goes for the bump, but can't quite get it. And now Shakai has possession on the sidewall. Let's see what he can do with it. Trying to just beats one, but Omen there with the recovery, and Bayer with a nice touch.
Just an excellent display of flair off of Byron. Also the physicality from Omen that we've seen with the demos and the bumps coming out. This could be an interesting double. Yellow spares Northeastern's blushes, but they can't get it out of their half. Now a minute played.
It's a nice saying, Jeff. I've never heard that one before. Spared Northeastern's blushes?
Yeah,
What's that?
I mean,
What's that mean?
that means it spared them embarrassment from getting scored on.
I've never heard that before.
Well, you don't follow English football because they say it quite a lot there.
Really?
Yep. Regardless, as we return into the game and trying to focus on that, Nico, if you could,
Oh,
please.
my bad.
Oh, of course, the caster curse once again comes true. We return to the game and start speaking, and Davenport put in the first goal of the game.
Yeah, maybe we should just keep talking about blushing then.
Blushing specifically?
Specifically blushing.
How about, I'd like to, talking about blushing, who's going to make us blush from excitement this series, Nico, huh?
Ooh, that's a nice callback. Anyway,
Yeah,
I would like to see more out of Frazier. He is having a quiet series, and usually we know that he puts in a lot of work.
Right.
But I've seen him cut off his teammates a couple times and double commit a couple times. Just clean up the gameplay, and that's a nice pass to Yellow, but can't quite get through. And maybe bring out a little bit more of the physical plays that we're used to seeing as well, because I haven't seen him on the board for demos that much either.
Right. Well, as also at the same time as we know our beautiful sports psychologist, Flo GG is an expert at, you know, the mental part of Rocket League plays. Well, it has such a huge contribution towards.
Oh, nice, great save from Frazier, by the way.
It does play such a huge part in the performance of the team, and you know, with the confusion and the frustration of this match being so last minute, as well as the pressure of what it really could, you know, entail for Northeastern. It could be getting to Frazier a little bit.
Well, I would hope not, considering we just did we're at a land, but usually Frazier does have the most goal contribution.
Right.
But Yellow at the land did pop off, so I'd like to see with that high stake environment him as well show some of what he showed with the ice in his veins at the land, especially in those game 5s.
Right. Most definitely, we're seeing some good plays out of Shot Guy, at least in the first game, and going back to how he usually, you know, plays and just being a solid teammate for game 2, and also as we're seeing here in game 3. But I definitely do agree, you know, usually we're screaming Frazier's name as he demolishes the opposing back line and just scores from incredible places, but seems like we're not seeing much of him, as you said.
Yeah, you're always gonna, as much as we rag on Shot Guy, he's really the glue that holds this team together.
For sure, yeah.
Ooh,
man.
And there's not that much. I mean, he hits his mechanical plays, which is amazing to see. But there's not that much that he's gonna. Oh, as he gets beat, there's not that much that he's gonna do differently to kind of sway this team. When he's playing well, it really helps. But
Sure.
when the team is playing the best, it's when Frazier's playing his best. You know.
I definitely do agree. You're right, and as we've seen in a lot of, I'll even mention, you know, RLCS teams. But first, let's hang on a minute as Northeastern equalizes. Wow. Less than a minute left to play. Doesn't matter to Yellow. Slots that in after the mistake coming off of Byra to the bottom left corner.
Yeah, Byra with the miss touch there just kind of lays it off in the middle for Yellow. And all that holding of the lead that Davenport was doing goes to waste just because of a simple misplay, and that's how Rocket League is, man.
Yeah, you punish one mistake, and all of a sudden the game is going the complete other way. And we're going to see the 30-second warning coming out, and yellow soaring high in the air. The miss made it a bit uncomfortable for Davenport to clear the demo in midfield.
Yellow with the shot, can't hit, but does get a double. Northeastern building up pressure right now. Frazier tries to go for the double, can't hit it. Goes across to yellow, and it's just stuck in their half right now. Byra tries to clear it out. Shot guy back to Frazier, who might try to look for a double tap here off the wall.
Oh, this
Beautiful
is the last
play.
chance.
This will go in.
The block from Omen, that was a beautiful, beautiful and quickly executed play from Frazier. Man, that touch off the wall was a sight to see, and unfortunately, Omen just gets right in front of it and sends Northeastern into overtime here in Game 3.
And we have shot guy last back, does get a nice clear, could get a second touch here, misses. Oh, kind of balls yellow there, and now Byra has a free ball against Frazier, who blocks it, but yellow's in net with nothing to do, and it's a goal.
Davenport, wrap it up quickly. Don't want to sit in overtime for too long. The fake from Byra sends Frazier flying, and the discomfort of that angle unfortunately leaves shot guy sitting there hopeless as Davenport take Game 3, 1-2 series score.
A very close game. Goes to overtime, but big mistake coming out from shot guy with that aerial that he missed. And at that point, if you miss, you gotta leave it for yellow there, as he's not expecting the ground pinch across. And then that gave them a free ball for that play to happen.
As much as we would love to go back and switch or change what happened here for Northeastern, we're hoping that they are going to make some adjustments here coming into Game 4. I guess just to, make our leads a bit more, confidence-inducing and a bit more stable, and just not giving Davenport the space they need to operate.
Yeah, they had really good pressure at the end of regulation, and it was causing Davenport to start to crumble a little bit. And you saw that massive save come out from Omen, but you had to wonder how much longer, if they had been able to hold that pressure and keep starving Davenport, it would have lasted. But it's all for naught, as, like you said, you can't change the past, and it went into overtime, and Davenport took care of business. So
that was a stimulating word you used. I like that. See, we're both coming out with some. You say all for naught?
Oh yeah,
that's impressive.
We're bringing out all the vocab today.
What could be more impressive is an opening goal here for Northeastern, as they're opposing Davenport here and coming towards their net. Sitting in midfield, Frazier wants to send that towards yellow. Davenport does that for Frazier, but it could be a play for them instead. That one falls apart.
And that was just a sequence of Northeastern getting beat like 3 times in a row that caused that opportunity for Davenport, but Frazier just able to get back to save it. They need to either make better decisions in the air, or just be quicker than Davenport. Because like you see there, they'll just keep getting beat. Even though the ball's careening off the backboard, off those touches, it holds the pressure for Davenport. And now Northeastern's in shambles.
At the very least, we're at least starting to see that solid defensive work that we usually see from Frazier. He pulled off a few saves last game, so it could be an indication of his return to good form. However, as I like to say, only time will tell. Approaching the 3-minute and 30 seconds mark.
And after a minute and a half, Northeastern finally gets out of their half as they're trying to hold that pressure against Davenport and starve them. And now they've had some good opportunities to keep it in, but they haven't gotten a shot on net still. And Frazier's far back, and that gives them possession again. Goes off the ceiling. Might have a mid pass here. Goes for demo instead.
Just a series of just trying to execute plays and trying to force a mistake from both sides, but it's starting to just really be an indication of how equal this series is starting to. It's
big
starting
miss
to
from
shape up.
Guy on the backboard. Able to get the save, though.
Recovers with the save there. We're starting to see, though, just how equally matched these two teams are. I mean, it's just been ping-pong back and forth almost all series. And, of course, some games have had more convincing displays from either team, of course, as each of them have taken at least a win here.
Shane could get a touch. And fakes out. Frazier. Yellow tries to go for the block. Byra goes under, though. Northeastern stuck again in their half. See if they can get out. But Frazier goes for a ball that is definitely questionable. Yellow able to get it out.
This is a good passing play. It's shaping up to look nice. The 50 in front of the net. It's not over yet for Davenport. The clear from Omen sends it back to Northeastern's half. And now the danger shifted back towards them.
And Frazier finally able to get a demolition, but it was off of him getting beat to the ball. Big whiff, though. And Frazier with the fake. They can't get it through.
It's still not done yet. It's still sitting mid. It's coming off the ceiling. Could only get a second.
Oh, wow.
Impressive as he gets it over. I believe that was Frazier. But that could be flying mid. Yellow. My goodness.
Dang.
You can't place that one any better than he just did. That is a high ball. Off the crossbar, bouncing in from the assist from Shot Guy, finally opening the score in game 4 here.
Yeah, he calls Shane's bluff. Shane going up like he could hit it, but just full boosting, still can't get up to that ball. And Yellow with a perfect placement. Bar down ski. Oh!
That's all part of the plan. That's what we love to say. It's all part of the plan. Tactical whiff after tactical whiff that flies into the Northeastern corner. That's just been the biggest problem for them. I mean, they can surely secure some goals when the opportunity presents itself, but the problem really is just that defense in their half. They're constantly just getting smothered with play after play coming off the backboard, and just a variety of different shots that Davenport are taking here. I'm interested to see what will be the difference maker for Northeastern in this game.
Well, they've been stuck into their half, but what seemed better to me about this game for them is their communication on defense. I don't know if I've seen them double commit like one time this game, and that was causing a lot of their issues before.
Right.
Were double commits or someone sitting too close to the ball.
Yeah, the clears have also improved, you know, trying to just
As I say
create
that.
as much distance. Well, that one's oh, you hate to see it. That's twice in a row. The shot. Oh, Byra just takes advantage of Shot Guy's uncomfortable position. 2 double commits in a row leaves him stranded. Oh, you hate to see that. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, as I was saying, there were no double commits. They double commit twice in a panic to try to save the ball, and well, that's what happens. You go down.
Quick kickoff that gave Northeastern an offensive opportunity. Fortunately squandered by Davenport. Still strong and just, like I love to say, impregnable defense. As we go into a second overtime here, the ball hits the ground. In game 4, looking to see one goal make the difference for either team.
Well, as you were saying, it really speaks to the equality of how close this. Oh man! And that's another overtime win for Davenport, as Byra gets the flip and is able to use it to ground pinch it even harder than Chuck I was expecting.
Well. Looks like Davenport definitely do not like overtimes. Quickly wrapping up both overtimes that we've seen now in game 2 and now game 4. Or was it game 3?
This was game 4.
Right. The last overtime, rather.
The last overtime, it was 2 overtimes in a row. So this is
Okay. Game 3.
Yeah.
Wrap it up quick. Game 4 even quicker. Just seems like right now Davenport have the edge over Northeastern.
Yeah, it's been so close. 2 overtimes in a row would make it obvious that it's been a close series, but Davenport in those overtime situations, they've been able to just wrap it up quickly and get those W's.
Well, it is now sitting match point, series point for Davenport. They just need one more win to secure victory against Northeastern. It's definitely an uphill battle for the Huskies here, but I know Flow State can pull something out of his pocket, something up his sleeve. He can just absolutely shift the mental of these boys here. Starting off in Game 5.
Well, the boys were down 2-1 in the losers finals of the LAN at Myrtle Beach, hosted or sponsored by Shenandoah, I should say. And they were able to pull that one out of the bag after losing to South Carolina twice in earlier matches.
Yeah.
So I definitely still have hope for us, especially with the mental coaching. Yeah.
Yeah, likewise I do too. So, granted, I'm not sure if the environment of a LAN could have contributed to that sort of mental fortitude that they displayed. You know, seeing in when COVID had shut down everything, it obviously affected Rocket League, and looks like not a substantial difference so far for Northeastern, as that double commit gives Davenport the first goal of Game 5. Less than a minute played.
Yeah, teammates are gone, and Fraser tries to just clear it out, but does not get the touch he wanted, and just passes it straight to Shane for the easy shot. But as I was kind of calling out Fraser before, he's kind of stepped up his game a little bit in the past few games, and someone who now I want to see more from now is Yellow. I feel like Shot Guy has been pretty solid for the most part, and Fraser's kind of picking it up, but I have not been talking about Yellow at all.
I mean, yeah, he's been putting up a good shift this series. I mean, obviously that goal, that opening goal in last game, beautiful placement. Oh, even more intriguing.
And there we go.
Shot Guy, and now Yellow giving us something to talk about.
Yeah, as I was calling for, he takes the ball, nice read off the ceiling, puts it right under the crossbar.
Well, once again, calling Shane's bluff. Another aerial play above Davenport's goal. Just seems like Yellow wants to pick those out every time.
Yeah, his shooting in the last couple games has been nice. As well, it's been low scoring, but we've seen him put those on net with accuracy and make Davenport make the save, or if they're not there, it goes straight in.
I'm also curious, after this, if say Northeastern bring it back, you know, win this series, who do they face up next?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how the bracket looks.
Okay.
If I'm being completely honest. And so I can't give you that information as Shane comes in with the shot. Yellow had to make a save, and I'm pretty sure the other person in net got demoed. Yep, that would be Shot Guy, who probably could have made the save if he was there.
Right.
But as I was saying, yeah, I'm not 100% sure about that. I just know that, well, they need to win this series for sure.
Well, yeah, not trying to be pessimistic, but the way it's looking, I think what matters now is who Davenport is going to play next. However, I'm going to keep my hopes high. They know these boys. They've got something in the bag that's really going to make a difference here. As we're approaching halftime in Game 5, Davenport holding the lead against against Northeastern.
Against the entirety of the Rocket League community.
Davenport just 1v millions.
But yeah, Yellow had the opportunity for a shot on net. Greens off the crossbar, unfortunately. And those opportunities haven't been coming in great number for Northeastern, so you'd like to see them convert them when they get the chance.
Definitely.
Oh, as I say that, he gets another chance, but can't put it through. The defense of Davenport right now is, as you like to say, impregnable.
It rubs off on people. Northeastern collecting in midfield. 1:30 left to play. Off the corner, Davenport collects once again.
Oh, Yellow with the bumps on Byram. Right to the open.
You didn't even see that coming all the way across the field. A silent horse in Yellow. Or sorry, was that Shot Guy? Bumping.
Bumping, it was Yellow. Yellow was bumping. They
Wow.
kind of, he saw the overcommit coming in from Davenport, decides to go bump Ira, and Frazier just beating out the opposition for that goal.
Yeah, but that bump, what a difference it made. I mean, he was sitting there in defense ready to collect any flick. But if it's going in front of the net and you're not sitting there, not much you can do about it. Northeastern, with now a minute left to play, have equalized in Game 5. They don't want to go down without a fight here.
So Omen goes for the flip reset. Top corner, Yellow with a nice save. Goes for the ball again, but Shakai takes it as he has more boost. And nice pinch to beat him, but Shane able to recover. Gives Frazier a free ball that he just booms to the backboard. I'm not sure if I like that decision. Omen with a nice beat.
Of course, that's good.
Yeah, Frazier no boost. Decides to take it from Yellow.
Once again, Northeastern is finding themselves in this situation where the ball just bouncing in their corner, just slightly in front of their net. You know, starting to obviously trigger some nerves within them. The defense getting a little jittery. Another double commit coming then.
Yellow with a nice beat, beats two. Could have the opportunity for a play here with the dribble, but gets demoed. Frazier with the shot. Shakai coming in. Hang on. Puts it over. Tries to go for the bump, but can't get it, and Yellow just lets it drop as he doesn't want the 3v1 coming for him right there.
This is Northeastern's worst enemy in overtime because Davenport have just been doing a quick cleanup job every time. Northeastern are hoping for this to be a different occasion. That double off the wall, it's looking good.
And Shakai with the shot.
Yeah, there it is.
Bang! And they got the low five.
Shot guy with the shot. How often have we said that one? Northeastern, Game 5, trying to turn the tide, shift the momentum towards them. However, that boulder is not getting any lighter. They're continuing to fight upfield against this just immovable force that is Davenport so far.
Yeah, it feels like something you'd get in Dante's Inferno. You're pushing against this boulder, trying to go uphill, and and you're thirsty and you can't drink water. You just have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and well, they start with a game where they were down 2-1 and they could have just given up, but they keep fighting as we know and love.
I mean, definitely, I did not expect Rocket League to be compared to such a classical piece. But you're definitely not wrong. I mean, Rocket League, the most you'll get is a 60-second break in between games. And, you know, that's where all the changes in adjustments of play style. And if anyone can recall, I don't know, Nico, if you remember this moment, I think it was season 7 or season 8 of RLCS, Verge, when he used to coach Dignitas. Yeah, and he had that speech, you know, in between games. That's really where, you know, legends are made, where tides are turned, where matches get turned on their head. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to delay our entrance into Game 6 here, as though we're talking about breaks and taking breaks, Northeastern seem to want to extend this break in between games.
Well,
looks like they're playing on with just 2?
No, they have the third.
Okay, the third is back. Thought it was gonna be a delay.
Oh, sorry, Frazier with the shot.
Okay, but what didn't delay was Frazier. Oh man, that one was a tight angle. A lot of hands up, but none of them can stop that shot. Slowing it down to 31 miles per hour. Just 8 seconds played. Could this mean something for Northeastern, Nico? I'm interested what you think.
Well, could be the tide turning, the momentum shifting in this series as Northeastern finally gets that elusive overtime, and now they score pretty much instantly in the game. All they have to do is hold a 1-goal lead, which actually, after I say it, is not easy at all.
4.5 minutes. Yeah, definitely a tough task. But I don't know.
Nice pitch.
If you remember, did Dante eventually bring that boulder up to the top?
I was just calling it that because I didn't want to say hell.
I see.
So
Said it
but
anyway.
we sent it, so yeah.
Now that you bring it up, hoping to see that Northeastern give Davenport some hell. trying to
Yeah.
trying to put the pedal to the metal and just continue that aggression that we saw last series against if I can recall who they played against last series, and I believe it was NACE. But
I'm not. Yeah, I mean they've given a lot of people hell over the course of the season. So,
it's definitely.
but yeah, can we see a recovery like that of Dignitas in the People's Grand Finals? I like to call it, because that was the best series of the tournament.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Well,
Agree.
I don't know. I mean, season 8 was just crazy.
Yeah. You're
With
definitely
that
right
grand
about that.
finals was also crazy, but that 5-minute overtime in the
Ooh.
semifinals was
Mhm.
ridiculous.
The 8-minute one?
Or it was 8 minutes.
Was
Wow.
it?
I don't know. It just felt
Yeah,
like forever because it was just back and forth so much.
the one that Yukio scored in, huh?
Yeah.
That was
KBM player, respect.
I have no respect for KBM players except for Yukio. Maybe you. I haven't decided.
Well, I'd appreciate if that shifted at some point. Anyway, back to the game. We have Shot Guy gets beat and Dust Frazier as Yellow goes for the save, but a little bit of a misplay from Shot Guy there. Yellow able to recover it for them.
Davenport did not punish this time around, and Northeastern coming the other way. Frazier might not have wanted to throw the possession away like that, but the shot,
Oh my
top right
goodness,
corner.
he's so speedy.
He's faster than everyone, even Usain Bolt if you gave him a car. That is insane. Just over Byra. Didn't even give him a glimpse at saving that. Forced that into the top right corner. What a beauty. My goodness.
I don't know if I've ever seen better placement than that on a
Likewise,
shot.
dude. Oh my gosh. Because we're going into halftime here. It's 2-0 now. Looking a bit more comfortable for Northeastern, but we did see in game 1 they did hold a two-goal lead, and that was squandered pretty quickly as Davenport came the other way and put 3 goals in to give them game 1. So I'm interested to see. Yep.
Hopefully we can hold it this time. I mean, it was an earlier 2-0 lead, but Shane coming in for the shot.
What a
Shotgun with the save.
Spares Yellow's blushes as he gets beat from the wall there. That's coming back mid. Yellow coming back to clear it the other way. Frazier, an excellent 50, and that's in Davenport's corner. Yellow pouncing on the opportunity. The shot saved by Shane. The clear cannot come off from Omen. It's bouncing off the corner. Frazier is looking for a double.
Nice fake though. I think Yellow might have called him off that ball. It goes for the shot. Does get blocked. And now it's going the other way. What a back and forth game we have going on right now.
Oh my goodness. We've definitely seen that trend, back and forth games, but it looks like this time around Northeastern are firing on all cylinders. They really are hungry for this one now. They went down. They were just playing with their food, hopefully.
Yeah, I was calling for more from Frazier in terms of not just shots but bumps, and he's been doing both this game tremendously.
I mean, you were right. He's definitely the difference maker. 2 goals, just a little over a minute left to play, and Davenport they can count on their fingers the amount of chances they have left, and it's not looking really good for them.
And another demo from Frazier, just eating their heart out right now.
Jeffrro
1 minute left. Oh, good call for that one. we hopefully we don't have a Jeffrey Dahmer and Frazier. That would be slightly worrying, but the eating the heart out part. I mean, another shot tries to go in.
Oh, sent the other way by Yellow. Oh, it's just looking. It's just trying to choke Davenport into submission and just trying to force them to just lose this mental battle that we were losing just before.
Pinch!
Is that
it?
in? No. Shot guy's up. Keeps the middle. Oh, that 50 looked good. It's still
nice cut for Frazier.
It's still bouncing in front of the use net.
Now Frazier could get the flip reset. It goes off the ceiling. Tries to air dribble it in.
Man. Oh,
and Yellow gets the finish.
What an entertaining series this has become. 3 goals. That's most definitely the dagger. 6 seconds left to play in game 6. Usually you see the confidence booming from 1 or 2 teams at the beginning of the series. But it's always a dangerous look that there's a dangerous look in Northeastern's eye right now. Game 6, 3-0, and now they're just starting to freestyle a bit and just get really aggressive. Could they take this into game 7 is the question. And Frazier, Yeah, taking MVP, being the difference maker as you called. Go ahead.
They
Sorry.
certainly have the momentum heading into this game, and that's why 3-1 is one of the most dangerous leads in sports. We've seen it go down in the last kind of decade. A lot of teams have had trouble keeping that lead once they drop 1 or 2 games because your confidence starts to dwindle and you're like, oh my gosh, is this really happening right now? And I mean, who knows? They might not have a mental coach like we do in Flow State GG to kind of bring him out of the dumps like what happened in for us earlier in the series.
Right. Well, I definitely know who's getting a bonus if we end up winning this series. And if not, I'm definitely going to vouch for him to get one. Flow State GG. Man, coming from 3-1 down to now 3-3. Such a confident showing in Game 6. Game 7, everyone's getting their engines ready, up and running. Kickoff starting real soon. Game 7 of the NACE last chance qualifier, I guess we'll call it.
Something like that. Last chance qualifier, tiebreaker, something or other. Play-in tournament.
Something like that.
Oh, flip reset from Shot Guy, I think.
That's
what happened there.
It's not often you see that.
He usually goes for some crazy doubles instead.
For everyone just now joining us, you're coming in at such a great time. Game 7, Northeastern against Davenport here in the NACE tiebreaker to qualify for the last chance qualifier for CRL, the World Championship. So the stakes are high. Northeastern starting to rev up their engines, looking real hungry and just firing at all cylinders.
Coming back from a 3-1 deficit down, Northeastern with the momentum. It's Game 7 now. If you're just coming in, see if they can keep that up into this last game.
And it's just been sitting in Davenport's net. I mean, sorry, their half. That's what we saw from last game in Frazier getting that demo.
Oh, nice fake!
That could be in.
Got it in there!
Frazier opens
Bang!
the scoring. My
Huge
gosh.
fake from Shot Guy as Yellow calls him off, and it's just sitting in front of the net, begging for someone to slam it home.
Usually, Nico, I'm one to curb my excitement, but this time around, it's just getting harder and harder to do so. Northeastern just looking real confident against Davenport now in Game 7, where it all really matters. Frazier coming back the other way, trying to push another offensive opportunity. Davenport clear, not looking too far. The double commit, interesting double commit.
And that might be in. That's just straight in. Davenport taking advantage of a huge mistake from Northeastern. Frazier not realizing Yellow is behind him. Goes for the clear right where Yellow is going to go for it. And if there was someone in net, that's 100% saved.
I hope the guys don't let this break their spirits. That was just a simple mistake, not an indication of any weakness.
Yeah, it was a fluke goal. I mean, they've shown their ability to come back from mistakes like that time and time again. As Yellow going for demos in their half now, doesn't get any, but makes them a little bit awkward. Shot Guy goes first, and Yellow has a chance for an air dribble. Will get beat to this though, so it goes for the 50.
What I'm hoping to see is that Northeastern...
Oh, big double commit. They might get a shot off this. Frazier with the save.
What I don't want to see is Northeastern starting to relegate towards playing in the air again. As we saw in the first few games, Davenport, that's where they really dominated. They get up quick, they're just solid defensively, and their clears have just been, they always get at least a touch on it to kind of confuse the Northeastern offense. That could be what kind of removes the wind from their sails.
Yeah, some of the success that Northeastern has had, a lot of it has come from doing what Davenport wouldn't expect them to do and kind of faking when Davenport isn't expecting them to fake. As Byra goes for the double, has a free double, but can't get it down.
Just smothers that against the backboard. You hate to see it. Wait. This is a 1v1 opportunity, never mind. Byra clears it into the corner. Shot Guy looking to find Yellow.
Frazier has a ball now.
That's a good
Goes
50.
over to Shot Guy. Oh, big 50 from Shane.
Should be an easy collect. The clear looking to buy time for his team. No one collects that ball. Ullman looking to buy his team time now.
Yellow does take Fraser's boost. Fraser might be running low here. Actually, never mind. He's got plenty of boost,
Runs low
apparently.
on boost, if at all, but never runs out of confidence. That's what we love to see from Fraser.
Fraser with the ball. Coming off the backboard. Does get a 50. Omen with the ball. Goes for an air dribble. Tries to block Yellow off the backboard, but can't get it. Yellow floating down. Now Byra has a free ball. Goes for the pass. Yellow with a nice block. Good anticipation. Fraser going back the other way.
I will admit, Nico, this is a tense moment in this series, but the gameplay does not reflect that. Both teams look kind of calm, complacent, nervous. I'm not really sure how to describe it. It doesn't seem like either team is really kind of being prolific in front of the net here.
Oh, big miss from Yellow.
Both teams missed there, and interesting play. Shane looking uncomfortably. Bounce. Bump from Yellow, leaves the ball open for Fraser. No one there to contest. Until Byra gets up to that. That could be what Yellow wants.
Shane with a nice block. Does get it this time.
Regardless, returning to what I was saying, it's just the trend has not changed. You know, both teams just kind of going back and forth and waiting for the other to make a mistake.
Yeah, no one really wants to make a big play. They're just trying to play solid and wait for someone to mess up on either team. And here comes a shot from
Whoa.
Shane.
The near miss means Northeastern can take it the other way. 3 on both sides. 1 already sent flying. Shane sends that back towards midfield. It's off the wall from Yellow. That's 3 seconds and counting. That's going to hit the ground. No, it doesn't. Fraser misses the opportunity to keep it alive. And this is overtime in Game 7. My heart is pounding, so I can't even imagine how these guys feel having to play the game right now.
Oh man, this is a fantastic series, and we don't want to see it go end like that. As Yellow gets a nice save. Shot guy goes for the boom. Doesn't get as much power as he'd like, but now Fraser passes it to Yellow.
That
Does
looks
get the
good.
beat. See if Shot guy can do anything.
He can't get up quick enough. There's not enough boost. That's back in the corner. Can he send it back mid? Might not be what Fraser wanted. But Davenport don't look organized enough
Fraser
for
back
offense.
to Yellow. In the net, and it's in. As Omen instantly is gone from the game, and what a passing play as Fraser gets the dust, gets it back to Yellow, who places it absolutely perfectly as we've seen throughout the series, and Northeastern comes back from 3-1 to win 4-3.
My, oh my, I cannot believe it. Mama, there goes those guys.
No, you can't change it.
No, shut up.
Mama. There goes that man.
man. Hey. Wow, wow, wow. The almost reverse sweep. Thank you for that in chat. But. I said that 3 times. That was a fun series. And I knew, listen, I trusted Flow State. I knew he was going to do it. And look what he did. See,
Right,
right.
you were not believing. I still had belief in the team, and you were like, it's looking like Davenport's gonna take it.
No. I didn't say that. That was old me. I turned a leaf since then. Regardless, I know the varsity guys want to get out, relax, decompress after that very, very tense series. I know everyone watching, the action's over, they want to go. So, with that all being said, the results being 4-3 to Northeastern, winning the NACE tiebreaker to qualify for the last chance qualifiers for CRL World Championships. This is incredible. This is very, very important. This victory here. Nico, any closing thoughts?
I mean, what can we say about that? That was just beautiful. Like,
Masterclass.
yeah, I mean, they figured out what they were doing wrong. They figured out the overtime problem. They got scored on quickly in the first 2, but the last 2, when it mattered, they were able to take it, and that seems to be a pattern with Northeastern, just being able to take those opportunities and chances when it matters the most. So, just outstanding job, and I'm so proud of them.
Yeah, they usually take more than they give, and I mean that in terms of goals and scoring. As we're seeing Northeastern continuing to steamroll in any league they play in, with another victory here against Davenport. Very strong team as well.
Yeah,
And
good stuff.
anyway, Ladies and gentlemen, everyone watching from home, thank you for joining us on this Northeastern Esports broadcast presented to you by Xfinity and Army ROTC. And if you're just now joining us, unfortunately the action is over. But to recap, Northeastern just beat Davenport in an almost reverse sweep, winning the series 4-3 in Game 7 to qualify for the last chance qualifiers of the CRL World Championships. So that's all from us. Thank you everyone for joining. Have a great night.